Give it a couple extra seconds this time. Welcome to the market recap presented by Tackle Trading. Get in the game. Welcome to the market recap.
And welcome out. This is Coach T from Tackle Trading. By the way, it is July 25th, 2018, and we're here for the market recap on our live YouTube channel. We're doing a lot over here, and we're trying to bring value and, work from home as traders, and we're building a big company here. And hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. You're getting a lot out of them. During the market recap, I want to hit the high level points of what the market did that day and take a peek at tomorrow to make sure you guys are prepared. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about market behavior right now. Let me bring my screen up. And here we are on the S&P 500. And young Cameron's here to produce it with me. Cameron, good to see you in the background there. Let's make sure that we're set up. Cam, coming off your audio and make sure that you can see my screen. I'm still getting used to YouTube here.
Yes, sir. We can see that. Nice. It looks like we're looking at the ES contract.
Perfect. Yeah. So here we are on a daily chart. I'm going to go down to a 5-minute chart. Essentially, the market was flat to bullish for most of the day. Okay, we came in overnight. There were some positive expectations from earnings. Few companies had gapped out. Google had a very good day yesterday. And so now here we are tonight, and the market's shown a lot of strength. At the end of the day, President Trump had announced, that he had come to some resolution with the European Union over some trade tariffs. And you'll notice, and this is the time of the market right here, from about 13:35 on, about 35 minutes left in the trading day, the market just took off and ran. Okay, now that's Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Utah. And you'll notice big green candle, big green candle, big green candle, big green candle. So a lot of the strength happened right at the end of the day. We'll see if that carries through and over into overnight hours and overnight sessions. Stocks were generally strong in that regard. The S&P was up 0.9% by the end of the day, the NASDAQ 1.17%, and the Dow lagged a little bit behind that at 0.68%. Crude oil, again, showed a lot of strength right after the inventories numbers. Every Wednesday, the EIA comes out and reports the supply and demand numbers from the EIA over crude oil inventories. And first of the day, it showed a lot of strength, broke out. Intraday here on a 5-minute chart, you'll notice that report happened at 8:30 my time, 10:30 Eastern. The original surge drove it higher, backfilled a little bit, strong through the rest of the day, then finished flat up at the highs or near the highs. Gold ended near the highs of the day. On a daily candlestick, it's still in a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high pattern. The dollar was down by the end of the day on some of that news. When the S&P started taking off, the dollar dropped aggressively, okay? Bitcoin has been on a tear as of late. Today, kind of not as much, but over the last 10, 12 days or so, you'll see a huge rally in Bitcoin as it's been going up. Some key stocks in the news: Boeing reported earnings, and I'm going to set this down to a different time frame here on Thinkorswim, and I'll do a 1-month candlestick. And I change my style here. Let's do a clean chart just with the ATR. Oh, now that's going to throw me off. Hold on. Yeah, 1-year daily. That blue, I don't like that. I don't know why that's that way. So I'll change it. Let me put it on something else. With the moving average, probably, I think will work here. So we'll do a 1-year daily. So here we are on Boeing. Now, Boeing originally gapped down a few percent, nothing big on earnings. They came in line with guidance. The actual earnings numbers down here. There was an estimated 3.44 EPS per share, came in at 3.33. Gap down, backfilled with the strength in the market today and ended up almost flat, almost nearly flat there on the day. Coca-Cola as well Now, Coca-Cola had gapped out from 45, ended up higher. Not a big move, though. Nothing really crazy on that. One of the bigger movers today was AT&T. It's been under pressure, especially with all the talks lately. Down, broke down, settled down quite a bit lower here. 4.5% on a stock that size is quite aggressive. Looking forward to tomorrow. Now, one thing that I like to do to look at tomorrow's earnings, I use a website called FinViz. I have some presets I use. One is for the next 5 days of large cap earnings, okay? And I've got these all kind of preset in here for over 1 million shares, earnings over the next 5 days, and over 10 billion in market capitalization. If I do today after the market close, organized by market cap, it'll show me the biggest ones. Facebook, okay, Visa, PayPal, Gilead. So now in the evening, when you're looking at stuff, you can put Facebook in your chart on Thinkorswim, go down to a 5-minute chart, and you'll see the reaction. Now, this is, as we're looking at it, Facebook went from 218. Holy cow, what is going on here? These have to be, maybe not. I did not see that last little push. I saw the original thing. Facebook after hours is down at 167. If that gap's 50 points down on this market, that could be a huge day for tomorrow. Let's go look up Facebook earnings after hours. Facebook earnings after hours, NASDAQ after earnings report on the NASDAQ. Facebook plunges here, guys. Look at this. Stock plunges on news. Facebook second quarter earnings came out after the bell. Market Watch, Facebook stock quote. Let's take a look at what that has here. Yeah, 167. They're down 23%. That's incredible. Okay. Sitting here talking stock plunges on earnings. Facebook earnings by the number. They had EPS of 174. They beat the Wall Street consensus, but revenue came in at 13 billion in line with consensus. But the numbers, most Facebook shareholders were involved, are monthly active users. So the numbers on the headline came in fine. Monthly active users came in at 2.23 billion and against 1.47, each up 11%. Didn't cut the mustard. It doesn't make any sense. Somebody wanted to sell this anyway. Pros and cons. It's down. It's getting crushed. After hours buzz. Facebook braces investors for weakening revenue in the second half. So a lot of it was the guidance. Facebook's reports a slower than expected 2Q revenue growth. Shares are tumbling down 20%. Now, remember here, the expectation on the move on Facebook was only about 11 points, okay? They were only expected to move about 5%. So tomorrow is going to be an 11% drop if it held there. Now, obviously, you have all the after hours action. You have these huge candlesticks. A lot of these actually came in after the report. If you look at a 5-minute candle here, the initial number dropped it from 220 to 198. So 20 points, more than expected. So they didn't like it. Backfill for a few minutes. The conference call started. You see these little icons at the bottom? After the conference call started, it started to plunge. Something happened on that conference call. I have not read the report yet, so I'm going to have to see the headline and also catch up as you guys are. And this thing is getting crushed. Whatever Zuckerberg or the investors are hearing on that, what he's saying or what they're hearing on that conference call, they don't like it, Cam. There's no doubt about it. So Facebook is dropping, backfilling, dropping, crashing. Here we are. And interesting. There's not going to be a bigger news story tomorrow unless something absolutely wild happened. Looking at this Visa, PayPal, Gilead, I wonder if some of these other ones are following suit here. Visa after hours is also down, okay? They closed at 142, but they're not down that much, 140 or so. PayPal after hours is down 5 points, and their conference call is driving it lower. The market's not liking earnings tonight. And Gilead, I think, was the other one that was large cap, kind of flat. The big thing tomorrow, everybody out there, watch Facebook. You have to go check that chart in the morning, see how that might carry through on the NASDAQ. If you think about this, Facebook as a percentage of the NASDAQ is very large, okay? Facebook percentage of NASDAQ holdings. Let's take a look. There's got to be some data on this. Ownership summary, stock report, index weightings. So the index weightings on the NASDAQ 100. Facebook is 6% of the index. So even though Google had a good day, Facebook being down 20%, that is going to impact the NQ contract, all of the indexes, the mutual funds tied to technology. There's no doubt about it. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have to take a look at this. Peeking ahead at economic reports, there's not a lot of data tomorrow. The GDP numbers are going to be the ones to look at. If I look at the calendar, tomorrow's economic data, durable goods orders, the trade balance, the preliminary wholesale inventories, natural gas storage. On Friday, you've got an advanced GDP quarter over quarter. Then you have some inflation numbers, but we'll review that tomorrow in our market skyline, during our halftime reports, during our market recaps, and all that kind of stuff. Guys, if you're a member of Tackle Trading, great. If you're not, go and sign up. We'll put a link in the bottom here in the chat. It's great to have you here on our market recap from tackletrading.com. If you're watching this channel for the first time, give us a subscribe and click the bell, so that you can get alerted of these future reports as we do them. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.